Hey guys, and welcome to Sunday Chats with Sasha. This is going to sound really unhinged, but because when I was running Cheeky Zebra, I got really spoke to everyone a lot, and it just sort of felt like you're my friends, and I didn't really want to lose that relationship and outlook. So I just decided that once a week I was going to do this thing where we just sit down and have a little chat, and I can just fill you in on stuff, and we can just see how it goes. It's officially I'm about to start the third week of my new job, which feels insane. I think it's been nice though. One, because everyone's been lovely. Two, it's been nice to use my brain in a different way. Hopefully everyone thinks that I did use my brain when I was running Cheeky Zebra. I appreciate it might not have always felt like that. But it's quite nice to just use my brain differently. So I'm enjoying that. Also, because it's public sector and not private, I do feel like I can be a bit more of myself, because if you imagine that we've gone from Cheeky Zebra where I was like super informal, if I then had to go back to a law firm, I think I would have just imploded. So this feels like a really nice middle where I'm like doing work that I'm excited about, but also feel like I don't have to be a robot. So that is good. I did really try to wear the heels. I really wanted to be that girl, because I always associate corporate life with, you know, you wear heels and you do a power walk and you just feel very, very put together. But I just couldn't do it. Also, when I started, it was a bit embarrassing because I'm there walking in these heels and I'm like, no one's wearing them. All the girls are wearing trainers and they just look quite cool. And I was just there thinking, no, because when I wear heels, I've got this thing in my head where I just feel a bit more put together, even though I can't actually walk in them. So I probably don't look put together, but I just feel better. I think maybe because I'm only 5 foot, so without them I'm just conscious that I look like an overgrown child. Anyway, long story short, tried the heels. These people love to walk, which obviously is probably good for me long term, and I just couldn't do it. So I've just abandoned it completely now. So I'm going to trainers from now on, or maybe even I've got like a little nice black court shoe, so that feels better. And then I had like all these grand plans, which I'm sure everyone does when you start something new, that you're going to be like this new person. And I was going to be like, I'm not stressed with the business. I want to like follow a meal plan, go to the gym. I've done nothing. I didn't really appreciate how exhausted I was going to be. It's like, I think it's because it takes so much mental energy doing something new, which obviously sounds really obvious, but to me was not obvious. And so I've been beating myself up a little bit, but then I was just like, no, it's fine. When I say I haven't been eating well though, because I do think sometimes I'll say this and everyone's natural instinct is to be kind and say, be good to you, like be nice. No, because I've literally multiple times come home, been exhausted, decided I really want scones, so decided to make scones. I'm clearly not that exhausted, and eat all of the scones myself. One time, I didn't even tell my family I made the scones because I didn't want to share them. So when I say like I've been overeating, I don't mean, oh, I just had a pack of crisps. I mean, I baked a whole batch of scones multiple times and ate them. So I want to sort my eating out this week, because I think I'll just feel better in myself. So I've made, I batch cooked my meals for the week. So all I want to do is eat what I've actually planned to eat and go to the gym 3 times, which used to be easy for me. So that is the plan. I'm not going to give up Pepsi. I'm not going to try and do anything more than that. Like, that already feels like a lot. What else did I want to talk to you about? I'm finding it weird having so much more free time. I feel like before I was very much hiding. This is embarrassing. I feel like Cheeky Zebra became almost a defense mechanism in a way. Like it was like the perfect real thing to use to just hide from life. So because I was, honestly, I don't think I really like showed just how much graft it was. I think because we did the orders in house, you'd get up for like 5:30, you'd set the orders off, send them all to Nani and Nana, so they could like pack them and stuff, and then it would be a case of just day to day getting the orders out, and that would always just be very stressful. And then it'd be replying to customers' emails, and then you only have that last bit of time to do all your content, and then you have to design new ranges, and then you realise that you're behind on like your business admin, and then you don't have any time to grow the business, and it was just this never-ending cycle of, I want to say, doom. Obviously I loved it, but it just got to a point where it was just too much. And I think I've said this before, but I was kind of at the verge of just like severe burnout. But because it was such a legitimate excuse that I was legitimately busy, I just cancelled so many things like it would be normal. Like, friends wouldn't even expect me to make their birthdays if they were in December. I didn't date because I was like, I have no time to even try dating. I said, like, I don't know, it was just, you know, if people ask me what is your life outside of work, I wouldn't have anything to talk about. I'd just kind of be like, so like, I'd see my friends, but most of the time we just have a laugh and I would just tell them that work is awful. Like, I'm not really sure how much, and because it was with my family as well, I kind of got away with being like, well, I do have a life because I hang out with my family, but it's like I very much did not have a life. I mean, I went to the gym a bit, but I'm still feeling a little bit weird because now it feels like there's a big hole, like because I worked every evening, weekends, and now I'm like, oh, I just have to sit with myself, and I'm finding that really uncomfortable. And then I was just thinking about it and I was like, I think it'll get easier in time. Obviously doing more like personal content and stuff is really, I'm really enjoying it, because when I was doing Cheeky Zebra, content just got a bit ugh. Whereas now I'm just having really fun. I'm just having like loads of fun trying to be myself, and so that's been nice. I don't know if anyone has like stuff has felt like this, that sometimes you've done things to escape just sitting with yourself, because just sitting with my own thoughts feels a bit much at the moment. So I'm kind of like constantly trying to distract myself. So that's something I want to work on this week. I was actually thinking about it, and Nani is so good at this. It used to do my absolute head in, but she's so good at being just present in the moment. You'll walk with her, and we used to go for a walk and I'd be so stressed and I'd be like in my brain thinking about orders, money, profit loss, all this stuff, and she would just be like la la la. She'd just be walking around with me and be like, did you see that? And I'd be like, what? And she goes, that car reg is really funny. Oh, that used to be a post office. Oh, do you see the church? That's changed colour of the door. And I would just be like, woman, what are you doing? And now I look back at it and I'm just like, oh, she was just like being present and noticing things. And it's weird with Nani because it's not like she doesn't have stuff going on. It's not like she doesn't have stresses. It's not like she's not worried about stuff. I just think she's really like, I think she's just taught herself to be present. I think she just knows that stressing about stuff doesn't help, because there's been situations where someone's been in hospital and I'll be in, I mean, she could have just been doing this to try and cheer me up, and I'll be in the waiting room with her and this woman is just cracking jokes. Like, the situation behind that door is very serious and she's just there like cracking jokes, making friends, counting how many tiles are in the ceiling. So I think maybe I just need to try and be a bit more Nani this week. Oh, another thing that I wanted to tell you about was I'm sorry I'm a bit late with this, but I've been watching is it called Jumping Shot? It's on Netflix. It's called Running Point or Jumping Point. It's on Netflix. It's about basketball. It's got Kate Hudson in. I think Mindy Carling wrote it. I'm sorry if you've already seen it. I just think it's really funny, and I like binged it in, I think, last week, and it was just like, I'm still like thinking about the characters. So if anyone's watched it, just let me know. Also, because I'm like new to this sounds so pretentious, I'm new to watching TV, but because like I'm like watching things now, if you've got recommendations, please tell me. Oh, and the other thing that I had to tell you that I was really excited about, so I don't know if you know, but I've been getting my micro needling done because I've got a lot of pigmentation and texture here, you can't see in this at all, and just in various places. So I got my first treatment done about a month ago, and they say that you really need about 3 to 6 to see massive differences. So I've got my next treatment this weekend in Leamington, and my friend lives there, so I'm really excited. And then the other exciting news I have is I was talking about my pigmentation on stories, and this one of you guys messaged me. Turns out you're like a marketing manager for a company. She said it's called O-Fade Skincare, and my first thought was a bit like, because I was just like, I never want to like talk about like do anything like this when I'm not sure about it. But then I actually looked into the brand and I spoke to her, and she was like, no, it actually works. So she uses it and it's really helped her. So I'm going to talk to them, and I think they might send me some bits, #influencer. So I'm going to try and use that like behind the scenes, and then if it works, like I'll just share what changes it's made. So I'm hoping that with that and the micro needling, I'm going to have like exquisite skin. Anyway, this has just been a little chat. I promise in the next one I'll try and talk a bit slower. I think it'll get easier. I hope this hasn't been horrendous to watch, but if it has and you've made it this far, I appreciate you. And I really hope you have a good week. It's sunny here. I hope it's sunny where you are. I hope you have a really good sleep. Yeah, and I hope you have a really good week, and I will see you next week. Okay.